Welcome to the deep dive. We focus on the insights, often looking at those silent guardians, the technologies that quietly keep things running safely. Okay, let's unpack this one today. We're doing a deep dive into a market that's showing some really significant expansion. It's the global flame monitor market. So, what are these things exactly? Flame monitors. Well, at their core, these devices are absolutely pivotal for keeping industrial operations safe and efficient. They aren't just simple heat sensors. We're talking sophisticated systems. Think multispectral infrared detectors, stuff that can tell a real flame from, say, a welding arc or just hot machinery. Their whole mission is detecting combustion integrity in real time, so making sure flames are burning right, just as they should be, within controlled parameters. That's key to preventing accidents, those catastrophic ones, and also minimizing that really costly downtime. And look, these systems have really become essential. It's not optional anymore. You've got stricter regulations now. Workplace safety, process safety means flame monitors aren't just a nice to have. They're pretty much non-negotiable in modern industrial design. And the market numbers, they really reflect this urgency. We're seeing projections of growth from, $1.54 billion back in 2021, point to know over $2.81 billion by 2033. That's a compound annual growth rate, a CAGR of 5.16%.
5.16%.
Yeah. And these aren't niche tools, right? They're vital across huge sectors: power generation, oil and gas, chemicals, manufacturing.
Right. And what's truly compelling here, I think, is how these systems are fundamentally shifting. They're going from being, maybe optional extras in some cases to absolutely mission critical. It really reflects a global commitment to safety, one that moves beyond just ticking compliance boxes. It's pivoting towards proactive prevention, even predictive in some cases. So this isn't just about stopping disasters. It's about actually integrating safety deep down as a core part of operational reliability, that market growth. It signals that industries are now really investing in preventing incidents before they even show up as small issues. And that's a profound strategic change, really, in how risk is managed globally.
That is a powerful shift. So if we dig into the data, what are the core drivers? What's pushing this robust growth we're seeing?
Well, it seems to be a confluence of factors. You've got this heightened global awareness around industrial safety, that's one. Then there's a major push towards smart industrial systems, think Industry 4.0, integrating everything, and, crucially, significant market expansion into rapidly developing regions. If we connect this to the bigger picture, it really underscores how deeply foundational safety tech is now intertwined with global industrial progress. Companies are getting it. They're realizing that sustained growth, innovation, it all hinges on having a solid, secure operational base.
And it really is a global story, isn't it? Let's maybe zoom in a bit. Where is this growth really taking root? North America, for instance, our sources say it's leading the charge. Projected to cross, $1.07 billion by 2033?
That's the projection, yes.
The U.S. is obviously a dominant force there. But it's not just the U.S., right? Canada is showing strong growth, 5.91% AGR, and Mexico, too, 5.05%. So what's driving North America's leadership? Is just market size or something more?
Well, in North America, it's not just about the sheer volume of units sold. What our sources point to is a really significant push towards integration, integrating these flame monitors with advanced IoT platforms and AI-driven analytics, too. This changes the game. It shifts companies from just reactive monitoring to truly predictive maintenance, where potential issues get flagged long before they actually become a threat. For a mature industrial landscape like North America's, that kind of technological leap is absolutely key to staying competitive and setting new safety benchmarks.
That makes a lot of sense. Predictive is the goal. Okay, so from North America, let's pivot to Europe. Another mature market, also big on innovation. Here you've got countries like France and Italy seeing growth over 5%, reportedly thanks to smart facility upgrades, more automation. And Germany and the UK are also investing heavily, particularly in energy-efficient industrial systems. So is Europe's growth story more about sophisticated upgrades than, say, massive new installations?
Absolutely. I think that's a fair assessment. Europe's growth is largely about refinement, efficiency. Their focus on energy-efficient systems often means upgrading what's already there, but with the latest, most precise flame detection tech. It's kind of a testament to how even these really mature markets find new ways to grow. They do it by embracing cutting-edge solutions, solutions that offer better performance, better reliability, and, ultimately a lower total cost of ownership over the long run.
Right. Upgrading the existing base. Now, if you want to talk impressive surges, we have to look at Asia Pacific. India, for example, a remarkable 6.71% SACI-GR predicted. Southeast Asia, also strong at 6.32%. And this is being propelled by, well, rapid urbanization, massive industrialization, huge infrastructure projects. Plus, you still have strong numbers from China and Japan, often linked to upgrades in their energy and manufacturing sectors. What's particularly striking about this region's expansion?
Oh, the Asia-Pacific surge is incredibly dynamic. It really is. What's fascinating there, I think, is how foundational safety tech, like these flame monitors, it's being seen as a prerequisite for economic development and attracting foreign investment, not an afterthought. So in places like India, Southeast Asia,
Yeah.
you see new industrial zones, new manufacturing hubs being built. And they're being built from the ground up with these advanced safety systems integrated right from day one. That's a very clear signal. It shows emerging economies are prioritizing safety standards that meet or even exceed global best practices.
Building it in from the start. Okay. And then there's Africa, which, according to the sources, is emerging as the fastest growing region, an 8.88% CAGR.
Quite remarkable, yes.
Countries like Nigeria, South Africa, they're rapidly increasing adoption, driven by growing manufacturing, foreign investments, and also proactive government policies focused on safety. We should also briefly mention South America forecast to hit over $212 million by 2033. And the Middle East, particularly the UAE and Egypt, they're undergoing strategic industrial expansions that rely heavily on flame detection for compliance and plant safety. It really sounds like everywhere we look, these invisible sentinels, as we called them, are becoming indispensable.
Indeed, they really are. And what's particularly significant about Africa's growth, it's not just about industrial expansion. It seems to be a concerted effort by governments, by industries, to really elevate safety standards. Why? To attract and secure that crucial foreign investment. It becomes a powerful positive feedback loop, you see. And when we connect this to the bigger picture, it just underscores again how foundational safety tech underpins global industrial progress. Flame monitors are proving themselves. They're mission-critical technologies, essential for achieving higher operational reliability and critically lower risk globally. They're really a testament, I think, to the fact that as industries get more complex, more advanced, the demand for sophisticated safety mechanisms doesn't just keep pace. It actually accelerates.
It really does. Which I suppose raises an important question for you, listening. As industries around the world keep pushing the boundaries, keep innovating, what other invisible sentinels might be out there, quietly ensuring our safety, our efficiency, and becoming more and more indispensable every day? Welcome to the Deep Dive. We take a complex topic, pull out the key insights, and basically give you the fast track to getting up to speed. Today, we're diving into something pretty specific but crucial: the flame monitor market. Our mission: to figure out what's driving it, what the challenges are, and the trends shaping its future. You probably don't think about them much, but these things are quietly working behind the scenes, keeping major industries safe and efficient.
That's exactly right. And we're not talking about your standard home smoke detector here. These are sophisticated pieces of kit. They've really become vital safety and efficiency tools for heavy industry. It's way beyond just, making a noise.
Okay, so let's get into it. Why now? Why the big surge in interest for flame monitors, and where are they making the most significant difference?
Well, the core thing isn't just safety first. That's always been there, sort of. The real shift is from reacting to fires to actively, almost predictably, preventing them. Flame monitors are key to that shift. Think oil and gas, power generation, chemical plants, high-risk places. They're using these to stop incidents before they happen.
Before they happen, right?
Yeah, and stricter regulations aren't just paperwork anymore. They're really pushing industries towards, let's say, zero tolerance for fire risk. Add the huge cost, financial and human, of even one incident, and suddenly early detection with these monitors. It's not just essential, it's a critical investment.
That's a big mindset change. Proactive, not reactive. So that covers existing plants needing upgrades. But what about new projects? Are they baked in from the start, especially with global industrial growth?
Oh, absolutely both. But new builds are definitely a major factor, especially think about power plant construction. We see a lot of activity there, particularly thermal plants and emerging economies. In those settings, they're vital for combustion control, managing the burn precisely, and just general boiler operations.
Combustion control, okay? Making sure things burn right.
Exactly. For efficiency and, maybe more importantly, preventing dangerous situations like runaway reactions. So yeah, new builds rely heavily on them.
Which brings us to the technology itself. Has it kept pace? Are we just seeing more monitors, or are they actually, smarter now?
Definitely smarter. Much smarter. It's not just more of the same. Think of it like this, maybe. Older systems could just see fire. These new ones kind of understand it. They have what's called enhanced spectral sensitivity,
Meaning.
meaning they can tell the difference between a real dangerous flame and, say, just a hot pipe or a spark from welding. That cuts down false alarms dramatically. And they have built-in diagnostics, too.
Ah, so they can sort of flag problems themselves?
Yeah, like the system saying, hey, I might need a checkup soon. It prevents failures before they happen.
Hmm.
Plus, they integrate seamlessly into the bigger industrial control systems. They're not isolated devices anymore.
Right, so they're talking to the whole facility's safety network.
Exactly. It's a huge leap from the old standalone detectors.
Okay, so they're smarter, more integrated, demand is up, but I'm guessing it's not all smooth sailing.
Right.
There must be hurdles, right? What
Yeah.
slows down adoption?
You're right. There are definitely challenges. And probably the biggest one, the first one people hit, is cost. It's not just buying the monitor itself. Installation can be complex. Calibration needs doing regularly. These often need specialized sensors, and linking them into those big control systems we mentioned adds to the expense. For smaller companies, that initial investment can be, well, a significant barrier.
Makes sense. Beyond the price, what about where they operate? These are harsh industrial environments. Can things like dust or moisture cause problems? False alarms.
That's a really critical point.
Yeah.
Environmental factors are a major consideration. Things like heavy dust, high humidity, even electromagnetic interference. Noise from other big machines, they can trigger false alarms. Or maybe worse, they could reduce the system's sensitivity, its reliability, when you actually need it.
So you could get an unnecessary shutdown or miss a real fire.
Potentially, yes. It means you really have to think carefully about placement, protection, and ongoing maintenance. It's not just plug and play.
Okay, cost and environment are hurdles. What about just awareness? Are these advanced capabilities well understood everywhere, especially globally?
That's another interesting restraint, actually. There's a bit of a gap. In some developing regions, there's, let's say, limited awareness of just how capable these modern systems are and the long-term benefits. This can mean slower adoption rates, especially where fire safety enforcement might be less rigorous. So you get a kind of global patchwork of safety standards.
Fascinating. A mix of tech, cost, environment, and even awareness challenges. But let's look ahead now. This sounds like a market that's really evolving. What are the exciting trends coming down the line?
Absolutely. Things are moving fast.
Sure.
The first really big trend ties into that whole digitalization of industry we hear so much about. It's the integration with IoT, Internet of Things-based smart safety networks.
Okay, IoT. So connecting everything up.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
But the benefit here is huge. It enables real-time, continuous remote monitoring and predictive maintenance. The system can basically tell you before it's likely to have an issue.
Ah, like the diagnostics you mentioned, but networked.
Exactly. But on a larger scale. This boosts operational uptime, less unexpected downtime, and gives much better safety oversight because you catch potential problems way earlier.
That predictive capability sounds like a game changer. Now, you mentioned power plants earlier. Industries are shifting fuels, right? Using biomass, maybe hydrogen blends. How do flame monitors cope with different types of fire?
That's a perfect lead-in to the second key trend, adaptability. We're seeing the development of multi-fuel capable systems, monitors that are adaptive. As industries move to hybrid fuels or alternatives like biomass, even waste gas, you need detectors that aren't just tuned for, say, natural gas.
Right, because different fuels burn differently, different flame signatures.
Precisely. So these newer systems can accurately monitor a wider range of flame characteristics. They provide that flexible, precise combustion control needed for these more diverse, sometimes variable fuel sources.
Very important for energy transition. Okay, we've had IoT integration, fuel adaptability. What's the third major trend? Maybe something linked to sustainability.
You've nailed it. The third trend is definitely tied to sustainability. It's the growing demand specifically from waste-to-energy plants and biomass facilities. These are becoming more common, more critical for dealing with waste and generating cleaner energy.
And they need reliable flame detection, too.
Absolutely vital for them. They need to ensure the combustion process is as efficient and complete as possible, both for energy output and for emissions control. Reliable flame detection is key to optimizing that. So in a way, these monitors are becoming important supporting actors in that global shift towards more sustainable energy practices.
Wow, okay. What a journey. We started with what sounds like a niche safety device, and we've ended up talking about IoT, predictive maintenance, adapting to new fuels, and even supporting sustainable energy. It really shows how these flame monitors are so much more than just alarms. They're critical, evolving pieces of technology. They underpin safety, yes, but also efficiency and even our move towards a different energy future. Quite the unsung heroes.
They really are. And it makes you think, doesn't it? If you zoom out, our modern industrial world, the energy grid, manufacturing, it all relies on countless critical technologies like this, often working completely unseen. Flame monitors are just one example, but a powerful one, of how these systems quietly ensure safety, keep things running smoothly, and even help drive progress on big challenges like sustainability. It really begs the question, what other vital, invisible systems are out there right now making your world work?